Let's begin by settling the body, adopting a stable, comfortable, upright position, serviceable for meditation. Think about keeping our feet flat and our back straight, torso open. Hands in the lap, right over left, with the palms upturned and the thumbs gently touching. Eyes are gently closed or slightly open, making sure we let in enough light to remain alert. And try to maintain an awareness of not slouching, not leaning. Also let go of any unnecessary tension or rigidity in the body. Relaxing into a stable, comfortable, upright position. Just allowing the body to fall into place. And begin to let go of attending to the outside world, allowing sights and sounds in our environment to be as they are. No need to investigate. Constraining our awareness just to the body and mind. Concentrating that awareness in the present by attending closely to the physical sensation that accompanies the in-breath and the out-breath in the space around the opening of the nostrils. Breathing naturally, normally, and attending to whatever sensations arise. Noticing quickly when anything other than that one physical sensation is arising in the mind. And then without judgment or frustration, lifting your awareness up from those distractions and placing it gently but firmly again and again on the breath. And then when the mind feels more calm, we'll generate a broad and altruistic motivation for our time. So begin to feel a sense of deep gratitude for having this incredible opportunity today, recognizing that all of the factors, the necessary causes and conditions have come together to provide us this opportunity. Think, what is the real purpose of my life? Is it just to amass greater and greater wealth, or to spend time and energy on my status, my reputation? Is it just to seek comfort? I think this incredibly precious opportunity is unique in the sense that I have a discriminating awareness of a human being. And so I have the capacity to go beyond those narrow, self-interested, egoistic concerns. To live a life of deep meaning, to spend today cultivating these truly important states of mind, to program my mind for the future, when body and mind separate, my wealth, my status, my reputation will all fall away. But the energy that I've put into cultivating constructive states of mind will remain. I think that's the most worthwhile way of spending today, spending this life. And then with that motivation, today we'll contemplate the second of those three types of compassion that we began last week. The first type was compassion that observes mere sentient beings. The object of our compassion was sentient beings, but the way in which we cultivated compassion was on the basis of observing the ways in which sentient beings are trapped by karma, the ways in which they lack freedom. The second way, the second basis for generating compassion as it relates to sentient beings is observing the suffering that results from sentient beings grasping at a false sense of permanence. So in the first analogy, the first contemplation, we used the visualization or the analogy of a well and a bucket. In the second contemplation, we'll use the visualization, the analogy of the reflection of a still lake, the reflection of the moon in a still lake. So imagine a mountain lake late at night and clear sky, full moon. And imagine observing this lake as a light breeze begins to move across it, creating ripples in the surface of the water. Notice the way that the reflection of the moon shimmers, flickers, how the image breaks apart and reforms. The image brightens, darkens, stretches. I think that this reflection and its changing nature depends entirely on external conditions. The presence of the water, and the sunlight reflecting off of the moon in the sky, and the presence of the wind. There's no stability, no essence, simply a transient appearance, the coming together of innumerable factors, each one, each one changing moment by moment. And consider how this image can tell us something about phenomena, including sentient beings. Each sentient being is similar to this reflection. We think of ourselves like the moon in the sky, stable, but really we're like the reflection of the moon, in the water, changing moment by moment. The body is continuously changing. Each moment of mind and the continuity of mind is also coming into existence, abiding, dissipating. The body and mind are processes, we are vivid in appearance, but impermanent in reality. And yet, oneself and all other sentient beings strongly cling to the opposite view. We cling to our possessions, our relationships, our achievements. We believe that the us of 20, 30, 40 years ago is fundamentally the same as we are today. And we fight against change as if resistance could bring about that intended result. And this creates immense suffering in the lives of sentient beings, because every change becomes a threat. Oneself and every other sentient being is a coming together of causes and conditions. And when the karma to have those experiences changes, then those experiences will change. We have periods of gain, periods of loss, and ultimately the separation of body and mind. So think back over your own life and see how this grasping, this clinging to permanence is a source of great suffering. And think how good it would be if I and all other sentient beings had the wisdom to see the impermanent nature of all things, to embrace impermanence, the ease that that would bring. And think I myself will do everything I can to cultivate this wisdom, and will train my mind to align with reality instead of fighting against it. And then bring to mind people that you know people who struggle in the same way as we all do. And send out these well wishes, wishing them to be free of that suffering, their own struggle with recognizing their impermanent nature. And think as my own wisdom increases, I will be able to help them more and more, and be strongly determined to grow in wisdom for the purpose of benefiting others, alleviating that suffering in their lives. And rest your mind in that determination. And then when you're ready, we'll come back together. We'll dedicate. So recollect your altruistic motivation. Think that by having engaged in this contemplation, you've actualized that motivation, which has generated positive energy in your mind. And think that you freely offer the fruit of your practice, that positive energy for the benefit of all sentient beings without exception. Thinking strongly when this positive energy ripens, may it serve as a cause and condition to eliminate war and conflict, poverty, famine, disease, disasters, all painful inner and outer conditions. May it fully ripen the minds of all sentient beings. May they quickly meet perfect teachers and arise in the state of full enlightenment. May I too achieve the state of enlightenment so that I might work for the benefit of sentient beings perfectly. May any obstacles facing the Ven.Losang life be completely dispelled. May I and all sentient beings in this moment come under the joyful care and guidance of enlightened beings. May we be guided and protected until we swiftly achieve that state of enlightenment. Thank you.